Hey Brainiacs, how you guys doing today? I'm Cam's Brain, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another episode of My Humble Opinion. Today we're going to be talking about the 48 Laws of Power. If you guys are new here, we break down the Law of Power every Sunday at 8 p.m. from the book by Robert Greene, The 48 Laws of Power. Today is no exception. We will be talking about the 13th Law of Power. When asking for help, one should appeal to the people's self-interest rather than their mercy or gratitude. So this Law of Power, again, I don't think this is a manipulative thing. I think if you're asking somebody, basically what this is saying is, if you're asking somebody for help, appeal to their interests, let them know what you're going to be able to do to pay them back, even if you're not able to get them back money. When I was younger, I realized that I had to ask for help, right? But I was a very prideful person. So because I was prideful, I always try to figure out how I could give something back to somebody, even if I didn't have money. So if I gave you an example, back in the day, I used to work with this guy that was a construction worker, right? And if I had to ask him for money, if I knew I wasn't going to be able to give him his money back, I had to offer him something that was of interest to him. Whether it was collateral, he was into guns and things like that, I could offer him a firearm, or because he was into contracting, I can offer him my time for more than what I felt like, for less than what I felt like it was worth. So for instance, if he let me borrow $20, I will go, look, man, I know you gave me $20. I appreciate that. You paying me $10 an hour. How about I work for you for 4 hours so that you kind of make something back from loaning me this money? And that's kind of how I use this parable. It's all about being able to allow somebody to know, at least for me, that you have value in who you are and what you're able to offer somebody. Not a lot of people are going to deal with you if you can't prove to them that you're worth something. A long time ago, I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a rapper, right? And my father knew this guy who had a music studio. And because I felt like him and my father had a relationship, I assumed that this guy was going to give me a break. And one thing that he said to me when I went into his studio and I thought he was going to let me record, he said, look, just because I know your father doesn't mean I'm going to help you out. You got to be able to invest in yourself, especially in music, especially being an artist. Not everybody is going to believe in you. People are only going to believe in you as much as you believe in yourself. And you start showing people how much you believe in yourself by investing in yourself, investing in how you talk, how you walk, how you dress, how you approach people, and how you do things. So what he said to me was, if you're not able to invest in yourself in that way, and I don't see that, why would I invest my time in you? So for me, this particular law of power is basically saying that you need to appeal to somebody's interest instead of their generosity. You see people on the street all the time that beg for money, and they have a sign, or they're sitting down and they're asking you for something. Me personally, if I'm walking and somebody's asking me for money, if they don't have the common sense to get up and walk to me and at least talk to me like a human being and say, hey, I need this, I will ignore them. Not because I feel like I'm better than them, but because I feel like they're not showing me that they're invested in themselves enough, or even invested in talking to me enough to be respectful and stand up. So as it relates to business and on a personal level, I really think that that's what this law of power is saying. Now, if you spin it into a spiritual situation, the reality of the situation is whatever you believe in, right? Whatever higher power you believe in, I'm pretty sure the goal is for you to tell more people about what you believe in, whether you're a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, whatever your religion is. I'm pretty sure the doctrine of whatever you learn, whatever you've been taught, is to bring people closer to what you believe in. So that is appealing to the interest of the higher power that you believe in by doing that, and not just hoping that that higher power is going to be generous enough to give you what you want just because you ask. And it's the same thing in a relationship with somebody. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, whether it be a friendship or a romantic relationship, and the reality of the whole situation is the generosity aspect of that is great, but the reality aspect of that relationship, whether it be a friendship or a relationship, is being able to appeal to that person's interest. If this person wants to have a child, I'm not going to waste their time and be in a relationship with them if I know I don't want a child. If this person wants to travel, I'm not going to waste their time and have a relationship with them if I know I don't want to travel. So at the end of the day, even though a relationship is about two people coming together, you also have to be able to understand that you have to appeal to that person's interest, because that's what's going to help you gel for the most part and flourish into a great relationship. And that's even in a friendship of the same sex or whatever. The reality of it is you have to be cohesive and conducive to the person that's around you. So I think this parable, I think this law of power is a very great law of power. I don't think it's manipulative at all. I think you have to understand that if somebody is doing something for you, at the end of the day, most of the times they're not doing it because they just want to do it. And if they are doing it just because they want to do it, that doesn't mean that you can't dig a little bit deeper and give back in a way better than that person gave to you. I did learn very early in life that you should never do anything or give anything without expecting to lose it and not get it back. But in life, the reality of the situation is people borrow, people beg. And at the end of the day, whichever one you're doing, you want to be able to know exactly what it is you're going to receive back. So if you're the lender, you need to go into the situation knowing what this person is capable of doing for you. And if you're the if you were the giver, or you're the borrower, you need to know what you can give back to what somebody has allowed you to have of theirs. But yeah, you guys leave how you feel about this down below in the comments. Let's get involved. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Do you disagree with what I said? Do you disagree with that law of power? Do you feel like it's important? Do you feel like it's manipulative or it's not manipulative? In any event, make sure you guys get involved. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. I'm at Cam's Brain, and you are watching My Humble Opinion. I'll see you next time. Peace.